Hi y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and today is another day where I'm going to show you what I have been up to knitting wise, crochet wise, yarn project wise, and I have some finished object as well as some whip and super excited. So let's get on with it, shall we? So the first thing I'm going to show you is something that I have finished, and I'm going to tell you what I'm wearing. So this is not something I have finished within the two weeks. This was finished in my previous podcast, but I did say that I'm going to use it in the next video, which is this one. So I'm going to show you. This is just a very simple top down raglan t-shirt that I knit up without any pattern. So I was just using this yarn that I got. Both of this is cotton. This is just 100% cotton, and the pink one is 100% Pima cotton. This is from Knit Crate, I believe, and it is the I don't really remember. I'll put it on the screen. And then this is just something that I picked up in Daiso, which is a Japan dollar store, and they have this very unique yarn which goes from thick and then to very thin, and then going back to thick and then very thin again. So that is why it is creating this very lacy effect to the fabric. And I'll just stand up and show you. Let me show you. So this is a very simple tee, and I am using this it's very hot today, so I'm using this and just showing you what it looks like. It's very simple, very girly. Didn't do anything special, just yeah, simple tee. I have talked more about this in my previous episode if you are interested. And yes, so that's what I'm wearing. So the first finished object within the 2 weeks from my last episode, I have finished 4 items. And the first one I'm going to show you is this really cute top. So this is a tank top. So this is the Camisole number 4 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, and it is just so summery, so breezy, and I really love that I picked the larger size, although I usually knit size medium, but I went up a size, which is the large, because I wanted it to have positive ease rather than negative ease, because I find that much more, I don't know, much more airy, and it's not like body hugging. I don't really like body hugging because it's not comfortable for me. So I chose the size large, and I really like how it turned out, and I like it with this black t-shirt underneath. I'm going to put a picture of me wearing this so that you know how it will look like on me. Yeah, so really like the result, and I think I'm going to knit probably another one using some other yarn, some other cotton that I have. I will probably knit the size small or medium, but I am going to use a thicker yarn, so that will probably give me the same size as this one, because it's a larger yarn. It's a thicker yarn. So yeah, so that's the first finished object I have. Yeah, really like it. So the yarn that I used for that was using the ice yarn. I don't have the yarn with me right now. I only used one skein of that yarn. What yarn was that? Lorena Fine or Super Fine, I'm not sure. I will put it on the screen, as well as the colorway if I manage to find that. Yeah, or you can also watch my previous episode where I have shown the yarn when I was working with it. So that's the first finished object. The second finished object I have is a shawl. This is the red heart. What is this called? Let me show you. I'll just show you the shawl first. So this is the shawl I have finished. I have steam blocked this one, so it is like really, it's softer now. After I steam block it, you can see the drape, and it's a very pretty simple stitch, and the color is also very pretty. The ombre effect is really nice. Maybe I'll just, okay, so the yarn I used was the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. This is really like, wow, torn up because my daughter got hold of the label and she tore it all up. Tear it all up. And this is the shawl that's on the label, and the pattern is actually at the back of this. You can find the pattern in the Yarnspiration website, and it's a free pattern, so I will try to link it down below if you're interested, and you can do the shawl as well. And this is the colorway Scuba. Yeah, it's the colorway Scuba, so really pretty. Wait, here, maybe I'll just like do this and you can see it's not exactly very long for me because I didn't really finish the whole. There is supposed to be another set before the eyelet, but I don't think I have enough yarn because I did use the yarn a little bit for something else before, so it's not really like the very full skein, but I am still able to get a pretty nice size shawl. Oh, did I tell you the name of the pattern? This is called the Simple Lace Triangle Shawl, designed by Cathy, Payson. Yep. So that's the one that I got. So that's my second finished object. And then show you my third finished object. Give me a minute. My third finished object is the Sunday cardigan. I only have a little bit left from the previous episode. It was just the buttonhole and also the collar. I believe I haven't stitched the collar at the time, so let me show you. This is my Sunday cardigan. I have blocked it and really blocked it because it was so small after I finished everything, and wow, I really have to pin this down and really shape it, like really stretched it. I think because of the yarn choices, and I didn't held it double with anything. So this is just like I just used the yarn alone, and the yarn that I use for this is the Drops Air Mix, and this is in the colorway Purple Haze. That's the color. I just used this by itself, not holding it double with any other yarn, but I think you're supposed to hold it double with like probably a mohair or something. But I feel that this yarn is furry enough and you know, like, yeah, it's going to be too hot if I'm going to pair it with mohair. So this is the cardigan. I have a video something like a knitting vlog for this particular cardigan. If you are interested to see the process of me making it, I'm going to link it down below so you can see from start to finish of this particular cardigan. I had fun making the yoke because I really like the increase, very interesting, and the buttonhole is also very interesting. I have never done this kind of buttonhole before, so that was very interesting. So yeah, I will also put a picture of me wearing this particular cardigan here. So that's how it fits, and yes, I love the outcome of the cardigan, although while I was blocking it, stretching it out, the fiber really shed so much. It shed really like there's no tomorrow. That's why I wouldn't, although the yarn is super soft, I wouldn't recommend it for any baby garment, because I think they will really inhale the fiber and that will not be good for them. Like children, very small children or baby, no. This yarn really peels, sheds so much. This is 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide, 7% wool. So I think it's the alpaca that really shed so much. It's very, very soft though. It's very, very soft. So that's my third finish object. Is that my third? Yes, my third one. So I have one last finish object, and it is a crochet project, and I wanted to make another summer top. You know, I really love making summer top because of where I live. It's super hot. But this is a very boxy summer top, and this is so simple, no shaping. Look at it, it's just like 2 panel, front and back, and you sew them together, and that's it. Of course, you sew the shoulder together and then the side, and you got this very simple summer top. And I love also the color. Wow, I made a lot of blue garment this time around, so yeah, so interesting. This is a crochet, so the stitch is basically just I don't know what stitch you call this, but it's basically just single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and you just do that. And then the other side, when you turn, it is single crochet on double crochet and a double crochet on single crochet, and you repeat that all across the whole, like just keep doing that. And then you got this fabric. I like it because it is not too how do you say, the stitch isn't too open. You can literally just wear this with just your undergarment and you won't have a problem of see-through. But it also gives some air. If you can see closer, see the stitch, there's still some spacing there so that it won't be extremely hot. And the yarn I use for this is the, what's this, the Lion brand yarn. It's the Shawl in a ball. So this is a medium 4-weight yarn, and this is, what is this, 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, 3% other fiber. I didn't know that. I thought it was all acrylic. I seriously don't know that, but oh, okay, it's good to know that there's 58% cotton. Okay, no wonder why it's not as hot as if you're using just 100% acrylic. And then this one is, what is this? The colorway is called Healing Teal. I'm not sure if you can see that, Healing Teal. There you go. And then That's the color. You can see it's also like ombre effect. So yeah, and I only use 2 skein of this, 2 skein, and you can make this summer top. I think I'm going to change to this one and just show you how it looks like. Give me a second. I am back, guys. Just look, isn't it pretty? This is just a very simple t-shirt, and I like it because although the back and the front doesn't like, but it doesn't matter because it's very comfortable and you can just wear this all around, like comfortable, simple, and it look nice. So yeah, let me just back off a little bit. It's not very long, but it's not too cropped as well, so look really nice. I like it. So that's my last finish object. Yes, that's my 4th finish. I have finished 4 things in the last 2 weeks. Oh, and then what I'm going to show you next is my whip. I think I've been talking for too long. Alright, so the first whip I'm going to show you is something that I have been working really diligently. Like, I started a few days ago and I have been knitting on it, like really knitting on it, and to the point where it's almost done. It's a garment, and this is for my brother. I'm going to I've shown this to him. This is the, let me just show you the sweater first. For my brother, and it's a sweater. Look, I finished the body, I finished 1 sleeve, so I am now moving on to the second sleeve. I just started the second sleeve, like, I don't know, about 1.5 inch. Yeah, and then after the sleeve I'm going to do the ribbing for the neckline. And this is the Northland Sweater. Is it called Northland Sweater? Yeah, the Northland Sweater by PetiteKnit. Let me just show you. There you go. So that's how it's going to look like, the Northland Sweater. And then this one, I did the smaller size for my brother because he's like really thin, really small, and really thin. And yeah, so this is the smaller size for him. I've shown this to him when we were having video call, and he said it looks so big. But this is the smaller size. I cannot go anymore, and it's smaller than this because yeah, I think it will fit him just nice. Yep, so the yarn I'm using for this is the Himalaya anti-peeling yarn. This is the Everyday New Tweed by Himalaya, and I bought this yarn from Hobium, I think 3 years ago, not sure. I think the colorway, I think this is the colorway, not very sure. Rank. It's just this like blue heathered color, really pretty. I think the color is nice. I love that color actually. So it gives the like really pretty. I think the color make the sweater look really interesting, even though it's just like plain stockinette. It's very pretty. So yes, I am almost done with this, so I'll just have to finish the other sleeve, the collar, and I will be done with this. So this is in my Mickey Mouse lunch bag. I don't use this for for putting my lunch anyway. This is for my project, my sweater project. So it's in here, pattern and everything is all goes in here. And then my next whip is in this other bag. I don't know, I think this is like a cosmetic bag, I think so. See. So this project is, what is this? This is the Sille Slipover. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'll put the name on the screen. Excuse me. This is another pattern designed by PetiteKnit, and this is a slipover. It's like a vest, and I have just done this much. This is just the back part of the vest, slipover I mean. Let me just show you. And if I don't know you can see, but it's actually textured. It's very textured. There you can see. You can see like the what do you call this? Like the triangle and all this. It's really pretty. It's not very clear. Maybe like this. Yeah, you can see the texture there. Very pretty. I love this yarn. I was working with this and I really like the yarn. And the yarn is by Knitpick. This is the Alpaca Cloud. It's a DK weight yarn, and the color is Leonardo. It's 123 yard for 50 gram. Leonardo. You can see, I'm not sure you can see there. That's the color. It's like this tan brown color. Really nice. And yeah, so I just did this much. And this pattern, it uses diagram, so I really need to know how to read the diagram. And yeah, that's all I did for this particular project. I just started this a while ago, like a few days ago, but I've been working on the Northland sweater. That's why I have been putting this at the side. And basically that's all I have. I mean my whip. That's all my I did for the past 2 weeks. I am going to start something soon, and yeah, a baby sweater, a girl baby sweater. Yeah, for a girl. And that's all I have for you guys. I don't know what else to say. Well, if you have any question, you can always feel free to put it down at the comment section, and I will try to answer you as best as I can. And yeah, I have been busy cleaning up my craft room. This is not just a yarn room, but I am also very active in other craft. Like I have a sewing machine here that my mom gave me, so I was, you know, like organizing that area. And I bought some furniture from IKEA, and I really love it, so I bought some drawer units, not very big one, very small one. And I am also cleaning up this area, which is all my resin stuff, where I do a lot of some other resin craft. I also do some clay, polymer clay mold. What do you call that? I make itty bitty charm out of polymer clay. And yeah, so if you are interested to see my other craft, like what I'm working on, or maybe anything like that, just let me know, and I will try to make a video out of it, and yeah, go through with you what other craft that I'm interested in. I also have another area at my cabinet inside where my painting is, my drawing. I like to sketch and doodle, and yeah, so I have some drawing stuff in there, my paint is there, and like I've just got so much going on, and my craft room is a mess, and so I'm actually organizing and trying to throw out some stuff that I no longer need, or it's not good anymore. So yeah, I've been really busy. I didn't knit or crochet for 2 whole days, which is very rare because I was really just organizing the whole space here. So yeah, I lost 2 days of my knitting, but that's okay because I managed to organize the room. Although it's still a work in progress, I still need to do so much because there's some area that I have not tackled yet. Yeah, I'm looking around the room because I have so much stuff. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. So, well, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'm sorry if like my video is usually I feel it's very boring. I mean, for me, I wouldn't like to see myself talking for half an hour, like, but I have to because I need to edit this. So yeah, well, that's all I have for you.